The Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, Comrade Saki, has officially announced the release of the Basic Education Certificate Examination (BECE) results. This exam, which serves as a key requirement for students across Sierra Leone transitioning into the senior secondary school education, has taken a new phase as this year records 90% pass rate. Maria Mayeli Bangura, a student from the Providence International High School, emerged as the best candidate with aggregate 7. And the second position is Aminat Abisise from St. Joseph Secondary School in Makeni, along with 7 other students secured aggregate 8. The minister urged the public to pay attention to the official statistics shared during the announcement, highlighting transparency in the education sector. Listen to this.
The top school in category D is St. Joseph's Secondary School in Makeni. It had 169 candidates that sat, 100% pass rate for SSS, and 100% paper pass rate, an average grade of 1.69 and an average aggregate of 11.48. The top school in category E is the experimental school in Kano. It had 317 candidates that sat, 99.37% pass rate for SSS, 98.29 paper pass rate, and an average grade of 3.16, and an average aggregate of 13.52. The top school in category F is the Methodist High School in Bo. It had 522 candidates that sat, a 99.43% pass rate for SSS, a 96.63% paper pass rate, an average grade of 3.00, and an average aggregate of 18.24. A total of 915 schools saw all their candidates passing for senior secondary school, and a further 481 schools had 95% or more of their candidates also passing for senior secondary school. The number of schools with all of their candidates sitting and the results released passing for SSS has never been bettered. There remains some variation in performance across subjects, but just one subject had a pass rate below 70%. 4 subjects had pass rates in excess of 95%, and 6 subjects had pass rates in excess of 90%, with Limba having the highest pass rate of 99.55%. Language arts had a pass rate of 82.91%, and mathematics a pass rate of 90.50%. The districts do not differ too greatly in terms of pass rates for senior secondary school. Paper pass rate, average grade, and the average aggregates. For example, the top district in 2025 BECE has an SSS pass rate of 99.17%, a paper pass rate of 95.25%, and an average grade of 3.40, and an average aggregate of 20.16, whilst the worst performing district has an SSS pass rate of 90.51%, a paper pass rate of 86.08%, an average grade of 4.23, and an average aggregate of 24.31. It is worth noting that no district has an SSS pass rate below 90.95%. It is also worth noting that candidates from Guinea performed relative to candidates from Sierra Leone, but still had a combined SSS pass rate of 87.80% an average grade of 5.08, and a paper pass rate of 75.81%, and an average aggregate of 29.38. I am happy to state that in general, performance of candidates and schools in the 2025 Beke is very encouraging. Pass rates continue to be high, female candidates continue to be right at the top, and many schools and districts continue to excel. As was the case in 2024, this year the number of absentees is quite high. This is a concern. My ministry is aware of the situation, and action has been started that we are sure will result in a significant reduction in the number of absences next year. In conclusion, let me congratulate all Beke candidates and teachers who must have worked tremendously hard for us to be able to achieve such a high pass rate in the exam this year. At the same time, it is quite apparent that some schools are experiencing challenges. Together with the Teaching Service Commission, the MBSSE will provide extra support for underperforming schools so that they can be brought up to the level of those that perform well at Beke. Underperforming districts continue to be a concern. In this regard, together with others that make up the leadership of the MBSSE, I will be visiting and having sessions in these districts so that together we can map a way forward. Given that Beke results are only being released now, I kindly request that all concerned move as quickly as possible to ensure that SSS 1 classes commence before the end of November of 2025. I thank you all for your attention.
During his announcement, the minister also congratulated all female students for their excellent performances over the years and reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to improving the educational sector in Sierra Leone, especially in addressing the high rate of absenteeism during public exams. This is Reporter B bringing you today's update. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Komon-Tok Special for more relevant news updates.